Yes, this is Citizen Kong. Who's this? Riley? No, no, I won't go to your pickle park. You know, you and your lackeys may be into pickles, but I'm more of a bearded clam man myself. Yes, bearded clams. Okay? Uh-huh. No, no, I won't call you Big Daddy. Your army of suckbutts may call you Big Daddy, but I never will. My father died a long time ago. No, no. You're not my Big Daddy. All right. Okay, bye. And don't call here anymore. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, I already forgot something. Hold on. All right. Oh, man. Okay. Do I have anything else to say before I don the fez? I don't think so. All right. Time to don the fez. Oh, wait, I forgot something else. It's not time to don the fez. Not yet. I forgot my mug with coffee in it. Oh, is this thing? It's got some lag going on here. All right, hope it's okay. My photo booth application. Yeah, forgot my mug with coffee. Monk called that out right away. Of course, he's a student of the arts. This is my Edward Hopper Nighthawks mug. Okay, now it's time to don the fez. Greetings, fellow citizens. This is Citizen Kong, and welcome to another Fez Night. Tonight's Fez Night shall be called Fez on My Head. That's real clever, right? I mean, it's so obvious. Well, I don't have a whole lot to say, but I figure I'd post a Fez Night. Try to be a little bit more regular. Maybe as I begin, I'll come up with something that I want to talk about. I'm thinking. All right, but first of all, I want to say hi to John Cox. Yeah, John Cox sort of fell off my radar there for a while, or maybe he was away, but he has a new channel. I'll post the link there, if that's okay with him. Of course, the trolls might go there. How many channels have you had, John? You know, it's really funny. I visited your channel, and in the list of your interests, one of your interests was Jenny Aggutter. You know, it's kind of a bit of a coincidence because she's been on my mind a lot lately. Forrest Fowowski, I believe is the last name, he's on here on YouTube, but he's also on Facebook, and I interact with him on Facebook now and then. And he posted something about Logan's Run, which as a kid, I really, really enjoyed that movie. And I still have a strong affection for it. And in fact, I'm going to rewatch it at some point. And, you know, and it had Michael York and Jenny Aggutter. And that was the first time I ever saw Jenny Aggutter, and I absolutely developed a tremendous crush on her. So Forrest posted a thing on Logan's Run, and we had a little bit of back and forth conversation about Jenny Aggutter. And did you know Farrah Fawcett? I never had a crush on Farrah Fawcett. I remember how popular she was. Actually, Jacqueline Smith is the one I liked on Charlie's Angels. Who was the other one? Kate Smith? Can't remember. She was the intelligent one. Kind of liked her too, but I like Jacqueline Smith. never a big Farrah Fawcett fan. Anyway, I digress. Jenny Agutter. And since then, later she came out in American Werewolf in London, and then my friend told me about Walkabout, so I watched that movie with a very young Jenny Agutter. Um, yeah, so I'm a big fan of hers. Still have a crush on her. So it's kind of a bit of a synchronicity or coincidence there. I mean, yeah, I'll admit I even went and downloaded some. I went through Google Images and looked for pictures of Jenny Agutter, and I downloaded this great portrait of her from Logan's Run, just so I could look at now and then. This morning, I get this thing that pops up. I guess they call them push notifications from Clout, and maybe I'm becoming obsessed with social media, or a little bit too involved. I don't know if it's an obsession, but I'm on YouTube. I kept getting invited to Facebook. I still don't like Facebook, not really, you know. And but one thing that was kind of cool on Facebook. Years ago, I had when I was taking metalsmithing, when I first went to the local community college and I signed up for a metalsmithing class, it was actually metalsmithing and jewelry, but I'm not really into the jewelry thing. I've made of course they were assignments, so I kind of had to. I made some rings and what they call a brooch and something else. I can't remember the name for it, but it's an article of jewelry. Actually, what it was, I don't know, you've probably seen it in movies, where the Scotsman has the tartan, and it's like a big pin that holds his tartan on, and the Romans also had something like that. I believe the Greeks did too. Made one of those. Sold the deal that I can't remember the name for. It sounds like speculum. That's when she said the word. I kind of laughed. I think a few of us laughed at that. It sounds like speculum, but it's not. It's not. Anyway, this woman, I had a tremendous crush on her, and redhead, and since she was my teacher, I never really knew what to do about it. But strangely enough, we ended up having dinner several times, and I went to the museum with her, and I even sat in her car after the museum and had a long conversation in the parking lot. It was at night, and we went out to dinner once, and she invited me in for coffee. And I don't know. I just couldn't get a clear signal from her. And I was told by my therapist at the time, she's your teacher. You have to be careful with that. And she also, her advice was, I said, well, do you think that she knows, that she picks up that I'm interested in her? She goes, yeah, women can tell. Women, can you always tell if a man's interested in you, or do you wonder? Did I get bad advice? Anyway, that woman is now on Facebook, and I got a friend invite from her. Since then, she moved from San Diego. She moved to, dare I say, Indianapolis. She lives in Indianapolis. And profile picture, she still looks good. Yeah, she's older than me. She still looks great. Maybe when I ever get enough money ahead to go to Chicago, I'll make a swing by Indianapolis. It's not that far, is it? I don't think it is that far from Chicago. Woody Allen said, the only perfect love is unrequited love. And maybe I should just leave it at that. Wow, I did come up with something else to talk about. But I didn't want to talk about it. Getting back to clout. Okay, so I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitter, and I'm on LinkedIn, which is a sort of a website for professionals and people that work, so you can network, find jobs and whatever. I keep seeing my landlord on there, and every time I see his ugly face, I'm not going to send him like a request or a friend. I don't know what they call it on LinkedIn, but it's the equivalent of a friend request. No way. I see his ugly mug on there. I'm a friggin' landlord. So clout. Clout's a funny thing. Clout, it basically gives you a score on your activities and influence in social media. And I have a feeling that your interaction on Facebook and Twitter are the most strong indicators, at least as clout is confirmed, because I can have a lot of activity on YouTube and my score will not go up. I have almost no activity on LinkedIn. And they'll send you these push notices, and they'll say, your clout score has risen. Your clout score, you're doing, basically they're saying you're doing something wrong. Your clout score has dropped. When I first joined Clout, I started out as like a score of like 14 or something, and it rose to a high of 40. Now, I'm not the kind of, look, I would like to think I'm not the kind of person to keep score, but I can't help it. I'm interested in the score. I sucked at sports. The only thing that I could say I can do competently is and actually better than most your average person is throw a frisbee and go for long hikes in the mountains. Yeah, I can really trudge up a hill. Yeah, those are my only strong athletic deals. I'm somewhat of a good swimmer, even though I don't. Anyway, what am I talking about? Keeping score. Yeah. I guess there is a competitive nature in me. When I was in school, grades, that was my competition. I would compete for grades. And so that, essentially that's keeping score. So I can't help it. When I get a notification that my score is dropping, I'm all like, oh, better go on Twitter. Oh, better post something on Facebook. And so I had a high of 40. And then yesterday they let me know it was back up to, it was dropped. It dropped to a low of 36. And then it started climbing again and went to 39 just a couple days ago. And this morning I found out I was back to 38. And I was tweeting like mad the other day. Oh. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I'm tweeting some real bits of wisdom out there, I'm telling you. It's kind of a thrill. I do like it when somebody likes my tweet enough that they retweet it. I don't know what else to say. Some people like it when I talk about stuff on YouTube. Other people don't. Some people say that when I talk about somebody on YouTube, that I'm somehow gossiping, or trying to start shit. And like I always say, Fez Night is where I talk about what's on my mind. So I'm about to my 15-minute limit, so I better wind it up. All right. Some people don't like when I talk about politics. That's pretty much. I guess I've never heard it. Yeah, I've even been ridiculed for talking about my personal life. So those are the 3 things what Fez Night does. Anyways, I better go. This is Citizen Kong. Thank you for watching Fez on My Head. Cheers.